live on YouTube, live on Rumble. Good afternoon, hello, welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. I'm Xander.
Golden Loon.
And you, thank you so much for coming in and joining us. Today is Tears' Day, aka Tuesday, August 25th, 2026, 25-26. Tomorrow's going to be 26-26.
Okay.
Yeah, 26th of August.
Yeah.
2026.
Yeah.
You know, I kept trying to say the year 2626 and the whole Tetris days, you know. In the year 1919, you know. Anyway, this show is about interesting and important events that happened to date throughout the annals of recorded history. We have a 37-page document to go through, so that's not too bad. Let's start us off here in the year 325. We have the First Council of Nicaea ended with the adoption of the Nicaean Creed, establishing the doctrine of the Holy Trinity. Okay, well, what's the Nicaean Creed and the Holy Trinity? Like, right off the bat. Like, I didn't even have a note there to look that up here really quick. So, let's see, we have the Nicaean Creed and the Holy Trinity. The Son, the Father, the Holy Ghost, right? That's the Holy Trinity?
Yeah.
So, anyway, the Nicaean Creed is a defining statement of belief of Nicaean Christianity and those Christian denominations that adhere to it. Alright, so that's pretty self-explanatory right there. So let's start the underbar right out of the chute. Nicaean Creed. So this link that we have and all our links that we gather throughout the show will appear in the underbar of the description below after the live stream. We already have a lot of cool things down there though, including but unlimited to all things Omni Coalition, links to our various sources, the music in the background, and a handful of other cool things here. So we got to continue up here to 383. Roman Emperor Gratian was moited at a banquet after having surrendered to the forces of rival Emperor Magnus Maximus. Wow, that's not nice.
That's not nice at all.
Yeah. 357, Battle of Strasbourg. Roman Caesar Julian defeated the Alemanni tribe confederation led by King Chenonadar, who was captured and taken to Rome in chains. 450, Roman Senate elected Marcian, Eastern Roman Emperor, succeeding Theodosius II, who died without issue. Well, that sounds a little weird. Who died without issue.
I think there's always an issue if you die.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, you know, I think they're trying to say natural causes.
Yeah.
Theodosius II, we're talking about, he died in a riding accident. How is that without issue? Like, that's weird.
Very weird.
Yeah. So, I guess that was natural causes back then. I don't know. So, but from other sources, we have Marcian was proclaimed Eastern Roman Emperor at Hebdomon and married Empress Pulcheria. 766, Emperor Constantine V humiliated 19 high-ranking officials after discovering a plot against him. He executed the leaders, Constantine Podobaguros and his brother Strategios. Well, they need to rename this guy then, because he wasn't a good strategist if he got caught and executed. You know, literally named, you know, strategy, like Strategios. So 1212 in the year, you know, Children's Crusade under Nicholas at the age of 10 reached Genoa. What? A Children's Crusade? Like, and I think we've looked this up. It actually is a crusade of children.
Wow.
Like, so. It was a failed popular crusade by European Christians to establish a second Latin kingdom of Jerusalem in the Holy Land in the early 13th century. Some sources have narrowed the date down to 1212. Although it is called the Children's Crusade, it never received the papal approval from Pope Innocent III to be an actual crusade. The traditional narrative from Pope Innocent III, the traditional narrative is likely conflated from a mix of historical and mythical events, including the preaching of visions by a French boy and a German boy, an intention to peacefully convert Muslims in the Holy Land to Christianity, bands of children marching to Italy, and children being sold into slavery in Tunis. The Crusaders of the real events on which the story is based left areas of Germany, led by Nicholas of Cologne, and northern France, led by Stephen of Blois. So, it involved children somehow, some way, you know, like, Children's Crusade. I wonder...
I'm not quite sure.
Yeah. Well, like, it sounds like, because, like, from primary source it says at the age of 10.
Yeah.
So, is it called the Children's Crusade because it was led by a child? Or because it was, visioned by a couple children, as it said right here? Where was it? French boy and a German boy? Or is it a Children's Crusade because it wasn't grown up and officiated by the Pope? You know, there's so many ways you can look at this. If anybody wants to give us their interpretation, let us know in the comment section. 1248, the Dutch city of Ulmen received city rights and fortification rights from Archbishop of Utrecht Otto III. Okay, that's weird. Fortification rights, as if it doesn't have the right to fortify and defend itself. What?
I don't know.
How does that make any sense? 1258, Regent George Molzen and his brothers were killed during a coup headed by the aristocratic faction under Michael VIII Palaiologos, paving the way for its leader to ultimately usurp the throne of the Empire of Nicaea. Yikes. 1270, Philip III, although suffering from dysentery, became king of France following the death of his father, Louis IX, during the Eighth Crusade. Wow. So he has dysentery and his dad died. That's terrible.
Yeah, rough go.
Yeah. His uncle, Charles I of Naples, was forced to begin peace negotiations with Muhammad I al-Mustanzir, the Hafsid Sultan of Tunis. 1330, Antipope Nicholas V, having obtained an assurance of pardon, presented a confession of his sins to Pope John XXII at Avignon, who absolved him. All right, that's nice.
No longer was an anti-pope then.
Yeah. 1425, Countess Jacoba of Bavaria escaped from jail. I wonder why she was there. Like, I do a surface level scratch of that really quick just to see if anything comes up. Nope. The prison break and secret marriages, huh? So, this lady just sounds like trouble. 1515 in the year again.
You got a lot of these.
Yeah. Conquistador Diego Velázquez de Celular founded Havana in modern-day Cuba on the southern coast of the island. It was later moved to its current location 4 years later in 1519. So, I wonder if they have ruins, or if there's like, if there's still like a city there or whatever, if they just change the name or something. I was like, how do you move a city? Like,
Can't help you on that one.
1537, the Honorable Artillery Company, the oldest surviving regiment in the British Army and the second most senior, was formed. That's pretty cool right there. Let's do a quick image search of that. We'll get to that here later. So the Honorable Artillery Company. And I think these are the people, the founders of it, or something. So, and I wasn't sure if this was AI or painted. It looks like AI. I don't know. So many things are AI these days, you can't tell what's real and what's fake anymore. 1543, Antonio Mota and a few companions became the first European to visit Japan. Pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah. 1566, iconoclastic fury began in the Dutch province of Utrecht. We covered this yesterday, when the Protestants were destroying Catholics, burning all the buildings and destroying their documents and killing people. So, 1609, Galileo Galilei demonstrated his first telescope to Venetian lawmakers, including the Doge, the ruler of Venice, Leonardo Donato. That's what this image is right here. It's a little large, but if we go over here, you can see him looking through the telescope. Yeah. I can actually get a smaller version of this image right here. So this is what we're looking at right there.
Yeah.
It's weird. Look how small this image is, and then I opened it in a new tab, and now it's massive.
Yeah.
Do we have no medium?
No in between.
Yeah, like, what the hell? Oh. In 1619, slavery began in mainland British colonies of North America when the first known African captives, approximately 20 of them, landed at Point Comfort, Virginia, before being sold or traded into servitude. This is false. The first slave in the Americas was a white man, and the first slave owner was a black man. A lot of, very, very few people actually know that. But I mean, in the age of information, ignorance is a choice. If you spend like half a second on Google or Ecosia, you can come to find that practically everything I say is true. I have no agenda to push. I have no reason to lie. I'm here to cover history. If I'm wrong, I'm not lying. I'm just wrong, and then then I'll look it up, and retract my statement and figure things out. But to my knowledge, the first slave in North America was white, and the first slave owner was black. So, 1648, the siege of Deal Castle ended in the surrender of royalist supporters to parliamentarians during the Second English Civil War. And while talking about English Civil Wars here, during the Third English Civil War in 1651, a parliamentarian army defeated a royalist army under James Stanley, 7th Earl of Derby, in the Battle of Wigan Lane. All right. So, 1665, Duke of Beaufort destroyed 2 Algerian corsair ships and captured 3 more. That's a total of 5. 1689, Montreal was taken by the Iroquois. 1718, hundreds of French colonists arrived in Louisiana and founded New Orleans, or New Orleans. All right. And once again, my whole, theory about the founding thing. They actually found the city abandoned, and then they claimed it and moved in. And then after a generation or two, everybody just believed that we built it. Like, that's the whole... No, that's the whole theory behind founding and mud flood and the Great Reset and the Tartarian Empire and all that stuff. It's all one and the same.
Okay.
Like, it's believed that there was a global society, but then, like, somebody took control, erased history, and there's this whole Cabbage Patch thing where they cloned humans and told them fake history. It's a very deep iceberg.
Wow.
And very interesting. But no, I mean, like, it's mud flood building. Like, let me just show you an example really quick. Just look at all that under the ground.
Yeah.
Now, why would they bury all that? That makes no sense. Unless there was a massive flood of mud that buried it. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many examples. Like right here. Why are there windows underground? Unless the building was there before the dirt. Like, examples like this are all over the world. Look, right there. There's a line right there. If you look at here, there's a line. Why are there so many examples of buildings that have their windows underground? Unless the buildings were there before the ground. A flood of mud. The mud flood. I'm just saying, look things up, guys. What you know is true out there is actually a lie. 1768, Captain James Cook departed from Plymouth, England, bound for the Pacific Ocean on his first voyage aboard the Endeavour. 1795, Curico slave opponents returned to St. Christopher. Huh. That's interesting. Curico slave opponents returned to St. Christopher. I'm going to look that up here. Okay, slave revolts. But why are they telling me about return? Okay, well, I'm not going to find anything. 1802, Toussaint Louverture was imprisoned in Fort de Jura, France. Why? Oh, that's why. He was a general revolutionary. And he's black. So, they probably threw him in jail for various reasons, including that. Anyway, 1804, Alicia Thornton became the first female jockey in England, riding at Knavesmire in Yorkshire. 1814, British forces destroyed the Library of Congress, which contained 3,000 books during the War of 1812.
Sheesh.
So on the second day of the burning of Washington, D.C., British troops torched the Library of Congress, United States Treasury, the Department of War, and other public buildings. We covered the start of this yesterday.
Yeah.
And this is why I say, you know what, we should go to London and just burn the entire place down to the ground as retribution for this. 1819, Paris Salon opened the Theodore Guercla's painting, The Raft of the Medusa, causing a sensation. Do you recognize that name, The Raft of the Medusa?
Yeah, somehow.
Does this look familiar? We've covered the actual event and the painting of this painting. It was a shipwreck or something, and there was out of the 100 people on the ship, only 13 survived after spending a week or so out at sea on that raft. And there was instances of cannibalism or something.
Ah.
Or maybe it was longer than a week. But you don't remember this at all? We covered this.
I don't remember it.
This is the 5th time we've covered this happening.
I remember the name, but that's it. I don't remember the raft and the whole story with it.
Well, let's just look this up really quick. Raft of the Medusa. Here we go. The Raft of the Medusa. There's your oil painting. Completed when the artist. It's not telling me. Here we go. Friggin' Medusa. It was sank and everything. Oh yeah, remember this? This was their raft. They built that from all the pieces out floating in the water.
Yeah.
And everything. 1823, standing in for a trapper, Hugh Glass was mauled by a grizzly bear while on an expedition to South Dakota. That's an unfortunate name. Hugh Glass.
Yeah.
Hugh Jass. 1825, Uruguay declared independence from Brazil. This is their national day. So the 33 Orientals declared the independence of Uruguay from Brazil. All right. I didn't realize Uruguay had Orientals.
And that's what's throwing me.
Yeah. 1829, President Jackson offered to buy Texas, but the Mexican government refused. So we took it. after the white man was encroaching and all sorts of things. But ultimately, Mexico made a bad decision to go to war with us. So, yeah. 1830, Belgium revolted against the Netherlands and began the Belgian Revolution. All right. 1835, the New York Sun published the Great Moon Hoax story by John Herschel, who claimed he had discovered life, landscapes, and fantastical creatures on the moon through a powerful telescope. So let me image search this really quick, because I remember hearing about this, and he was saying that he saw craft like this flying around on the moon. He said he saw people like this flying around on the moon. Like he was straight up saying, he wasn't saying, oh, this is what I think that's on there. He straight up said, oh, I used a telescope and I saw this. Like, I see you. Yeah. He saw that on the moon. That's what he claimed. What a loser. I mean, I don't understand why people lie and make stuff up. I really don't. You know?
They believe them. That's what's crazy.
Well, I mean, that's a sin in of itself, but like, why would anybody make something up? I mean, what's the point? Because then if you're caught, now you have to double down and just, I'm too lazy to lie. And that's probably why I find it so hard to understand, because if I lie, then I have to put in effort to keep it going.
Oh, you have to remember that lie.
I have more important things to do in my life than involve myself with such trivial bullshit. Anyway, 1860, the tubular Victoria Bridge across the St. Lawrence River at Montreal was officially opened by the Prince of Wales, an engineering wonder of the day, and it was the longest bridge in the world at that time, measuring 2 kilometers. Pretty long, yeah. Oh. And this is the bridge here, with bridge-like qualities, and it doesn't look too awesome and all that stuff. It's just a normal whatever bridge,
Yeah.
Well, at the time, it was the longest. So,
yeah.
Now, do you see anything interesting about here?
Well, I see the pillars. They're...
Yeah, these pillars?
Yeah.
Now, have you ever wondered why they have angles here but not here?
River flow.
Yes. If any debris, it hits that, and that's like a bumper, like a car bumper. So it starts chipping away at that rather than the actual primary support.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What else do we got here? 1862, the U.S. Secretary of War authorized General Rufus Saxton to arm 500 enslaved people. I don't think that's a good idea. Not 500, 5,000. Wow. 5,000.
Yeah.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
I need to learn how to read. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't like the idea of them being slaves, but at the same time, if you arm them, what's stopping them from just turning around and shooting you because you're the same you're the same color of the people who enslaved them? I don't know. 1864, a combination rail and ferry service was available from San Francisco to Alameda. All right. 1875, Captain Matthew Webb made the first recorded and unassisted swim across the English Channel in 21 hours and 45 minutes, traveling from Dover, England to Calais, France. Didn't we cover the first guy not too long ago?
We did, yeah.
Who's this guy? Was this the actual first guy and the other guy was an imposter? What's going on? Strange. 1883, France and Vietnam signed the Treaty of Hue, recognizing a French protectorate over Annam and Tonkin. 1886.
It may have been the first woman too.
I know we covered the first woman, so you are right. But we've covered 5, 6, 7 some odd, swimming English Channel articles in the past week and a half, 2 weeks. I've kind of lost track over exactly which one is which. So, but yeah, France and Vietnam in 1883. Signed the Treaty of Hue, recognizing French protectorate over Annam and Tonkin. 1886, 3 years later, first international polo match, U.S. versus England. I wonder who won. 1894, Japanese scientist Shibasuroto Kitasato discovered the infectious agent of the bubonic plague and published his findings in The Lancet. That's pretty big.
Yeah.
1898, 700 Greeks and 15 Englishmen were slaughtered by the Turks in Heraklion, Crete. And the Turks just so happen to be Islamic. 1904, champion James J. Jeffrey scored a second-round TKO with win over Jack Monroe in San Francisco. Jeffrey's retired after his 7th heavyweight boxing title events. Yeah, he looks like Abbott or Costello, which I forgot which one. One of those two. Abbott. Hey, Abbott! Yeah. As you always say. That's in my head. In 1908, Alan Winter won the first 50,000 trotting race in the U.S. Pretty cool. And we're actually going to be talking about the highest, horse riding purse later on.
Yeah.
So, we also have the National Association of Colored Nurses formed in New York City, and Martha Minerva Franklin of Connecticut was elected president. Cool. 1910, Yellow Cab was founded. Good old Yellow Cab. We all know about Yellow Cab and everything. Now, I used to be a supporter of things like, Uber and Lyft and everything because the cab industry is such a mafia,
Yeah.
I saw a video years ago about something like you have to have this special necklace, and in total, you have to, spend somewhere around in excess of $1 million to fully get licensed and accepted into the mafia, officially and unofficially, before you can even start working for a taxi. Yeah. You had to essentially, because you have to buy your way in, buy the license, so it's not just in the mafia, it's the legal stuff too. So in total, between the government and the mafia, you're spending $1 million to drive a yellow cab, at least. And that was 10, 20 years ago when I saw that video. And so it's absolutely nuts. 1912, different nationalities battled with one another in Macedonia. Okay? That is the most non-informative article I've ever read. What's going on? What nationalities? How many? Where? Why? What's going on? Nothing tell me. This is like an aperitif or something, like an appetizer. I want my second course here. 1912 as well, the first time an aircraft recovered from a spin. Or man, that must have been crazy. Imagine being that pilot, being like, oh, I'm going to die. Yeah. Oh, I lived. We also have the Kuomintang, the Chinese Nationalist Party, was founded for the first time in Peking, according to other sources, for the first time. So it was founded again. It's weird. 1914, German troops in occupied Belgium began the 6-week sack of Leuven, destroying historical buildings and killing hundreds of civilians.
Yeah.
And this might be connected from other sources. We have the library of the Catholic University of Leuven was deliberately destroyed by the German army. Hundreds of thousands of irreplaceable volumes in Gothic and Renaissance manuscripts were lost. Wow. This makes me think of, once again, the whole mud flood, the reset Tartaria thing. Look into the whole thing about the bells destroyed during World War II and World War I. And these wars were also great ways for the system, the powers that be, to erase history. Behind the veil of war and get rid of a lot of people. So, I really got to start a conspiracy show or something, because I've been watching so many things and I have so much in my head that I need to get one or two other people to bounce off of, and we can have a really good show. Something I'd like you in that show as well, but you're not a conspiracy guy like me.
No, not at all.
I need someone to actually bounce off of.
Yes, you do.
With the energy. 1914 as well, German troops marched into France and pushed the French army into Sedan. We also have German Zeppelins bombed Antwerp, Belgium, killing 10. Japan declared war on Austria-Hungary. Didn't we read that yesterday or something? Japan declared war on something yesterday.
Japan declared war on a lot.
Well, World War I specifically, in 1914. I think it was Germany. So, anyway, 1916, the U.S. Department of the Interior formed the National Park Service. All right. It's telling me to look that up here really quick, so I'm going to do that. The National Park Service Organic Act. Okay. Well, this says August 25th. Oh, that is today. Okay. So, all right. So I'll put this here. The National Park Service Organic Act. Throw that in there if anybody wants to read more about this and everything.
Now, would that mean that the U.S. is grabbing land?
Probably. Like it could be a legal way to land grab. You know, government comes in and says, "Oh, this is suddenly a national park." Yeah. Well, I mean, like, you know, aren't many military bases, including like, you know, Area 51 and all that stuff, in a national park area, but like closed to the public, obviously.
I don't know if they're in a national park or not.
Like because over 50% of the actual landmass of the United States is government land. It's closed off land too, mind you.
Yeah, it starts right on here and goes way on down.
Yeah.
Up in the hills.
In the year 1919, first scheduled passenger service by airplane from Paris to London.
Oh, wow.
Pretty cool, yeah. I'm going to do a surface level scratch of that because I want to know what airplane they used. So I don't want to click the CNN link. So, okay, so apparently it was this one. All right, ATT.
Well, how would you like to get on that and go across the Atlantic?
English Channel? Not the Atlantic.
Not the Atlantic, yeah.
The English Channel was one of those...
Yeah.
Hell no! 1920, Canadian swimmer Norman Ross won the first of 3 gold medals at the Antwerp Olympics and dominating the men's 1500 meter freestyle, also winning the 400 freestyle and the 4x200 meter freestyle relay. Yikes, this guy's a machine. Athleta Bellettieri led a Canadian medal sweep at the Antwerp Olympics in the women's 100 meter freestyle with a world record of 1 minute 13.6 seconds, becoming the first U.S. female Olympic champion.
Hey,
hold on a second. I'm going to give her a cheer. I haven't given a cheer in a long time.
There we
go.
Nice.
Yeah. 1920 as well, Russia suffered a decisive defeat in the Battle of Warsaw. It began back on August 13th and ended with the Red Army's defeat. We also had Swedish divers sweep the medals in the men's plain high diving event at the Antwerp Olympics as Arvid Wallman won gold ahead of teammates Nils Skoglund and John Jansen. 21, the first skirmishes of the Battle of Blair Mountain, a civil uprising in Logan County, West Virginia. I'm going to reread that. 1921, the first skirmishes of the Battle of Blair Mountain. Oh, a civil uprising. Okay, not a Civil War uprising. Never mind. I'm stupid. But what's going on? Like, why are they having an uprising, Battle of Blair Mountain, in 21? What the hell?
It was just over something.
It was the largest labor uprising in U.S. history, and it was the largest armed uprising since the Civil War. The conflict occurred in Logan County, West Virginia, as part of the Coal Wars, a series of early 20th century labor disputes in Appalachia. So, okay. Battle of Blair Mountain. That sounds like an interesting read right there. 1921 as well. Treaty of Berlin. U.S. and Germany signed separate peace treaty ending World War I hostilities because U.S. Senate failed to ratify the multilateral Treaty of Versailles in 1919. We also have Yankees pitcher Harry Harper hit 3 batters in the inning, tying the record. That's not good.
No.
You know, I don't want to even be working towards that record. That's like I've been on the receiving end of one of those. It's not fun. 22, the Cubs defeated the Phillies 26-23 in the highest scoring major league game. Is that still the highest, 26-23?
I have no idea.
You know,
Probably
MLB.
Not. Yeah, no, I got it, but I don't know what the highest scoring.
Hold on a second. Highest scoring MLB
that is 49
game.
runs.
List of Major League Baseball single game records. Well, this is okay. Well, I'm not going to scour this to find out. So, MLB records. If anybody would care to go through this, let us know in the comments section if this is still the record here, or if it's been superseded, and by what, and when, by who. Who, what, where, when, why, how, you know, so... 24, International Maritime Treaty was drafted. What is that? Like, I presume, like,
Shipping.
Oh, okay. A set of international rules for the international carriage of goods by sea. They are a slightly updated version of the original Hague rules, which were drafted in Brussels in 1924. Huh. Alright. So, maritime rules. Let's throw that in there. 1925, Brotherhood of Sleeping Car Porters organized in Harlem, New York City. So, it's very interesting. You know what a sleeping car porter is?
Yeah, he's going to give you pillows and crap like that.
Oh.
Which is, it's a sleeping car. You
Yeah.
have an actual place. You have a bed.
Yeah. So they were a labor union in the U.S. founded in 1925. It was the first labor organization led by black Stadians to receive a charter in the American Federation of Labor, the AFL, not to be confused with the American Football League. The BSCP gathered a membership of 18,000 passenger railway workers across Canada, Mexico, and the United States. Wow. So, Brotherhood of Sleeping Car Porters. Is that why they call it a brotherhood? Because there are a bunch of brothers in the hood? I don't know. Yeah. That was horrible.
Wow.
25, last Belgian troops vacated Duisburg. Why were they there? Probably because World War I, maybe? Like, 25?
25, that's kind of late.
Yeah. 1 century ago, in 1926, Pavlos Kondorius became president of Greece. 2 years later, Tri-City Rugby Football Union formed, consisting of Moose Jaw, Regina, and Winnipeg. Moose Jaw.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That kind of reminds me of a meme. Bone Jaw meme. Let's see here if I can find it. Here we go. Here we go. Right here. Bone Jaw. Huh? Bone Jaw. Sorry, what? Bone Jaw. It means hello in French, you dumbass. You mean bonjour. They thought they were spelling bonjour or bone jaw. Whatever. See, you know, like, this is the irony of today's world. This guy is wrong. He's calling the recipient a dumbass.
Yeah.
Listen here, you're the dumbass. You don't even know what you're talking about on any level.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. You know, oui, oui. Parlez du français? No,
Oui.
no. Doo-doo. I mean, if oui is yes and doo-doo means no, right? 29. The Graf Zeppelin passed over San Francisco en route to Los Angeles after a trans-Pacific voyage.
What didn't I miss the first of that?
The Graf Zeppelin.
Okay.
Yeah, named after von Zeppelin, Ferdinand von Zeppelin, or whatever the hell his name was. The inventor of Zeppelins, the German guy. You know, so it's passing over. That's an awesome photo.
It's
29.
Yeah, it's a really great picture.
Yeah. And actually, there's other images I can showcase to you really quick. So, yeah, there it is from another angle. There's an airplane right there.
Yeah.
So, it's just really cool. Colorized. So, look at all the airplanes around it. That's so cool. 1932, Stadion Amelia Earhart completed a transcontinental nonstop flight, the first by a woman, landing in Newark, New Jersey. We spoke about when she took off yesterday from Los Angeles.
Yes.
So, covered that yesterday. Started in Los Angeles. 33, Jan von Houten, at the age of 25, cycled a world record distance of 44.588 kilometers in an hour at the Velodrome in Mansell, Netherlands. What is that? Imperial. 44. So like, it's in 1 hour. So that's not how fast he's going. He has a time limit. So you're supposed to within an hour, however far you go, is your distance, and he broke the distance. So 2 miles, I guess. Kilometers to miles. 27.7 miles in an hour? That's really good.
Yeah.
Wow. That's like going all the way to LA from here.
No, LA's farther.
LA's not farther than 20 miles. 27? LA's only 20 miles away.
What?
Isn't Los Angeles 20 miles away?
Downtown Los Angeles.
Yeah, from here.
No.
How far is it?
40 miles.
Maybe.
35, 40 miles.
Okay, well. Anyway, 1933, the Daixi earthquake struck Mao County in Sichuan, China, killing 9,000 people. We also have Nazi Germany. Here, pay attention to this. Nazi Germany and the Zionist Federation of Germany signed the Havara Agreement. The agreement was a major factor in breaking the anti-Nazi boycott of 1933 and facilitated Jewish emigration from Germany and into the British Mandate of Palestine. Here we go. The existence of Israel makes Adolf Hitler win. Right there. Look at the Balfour Declaration. That was calling for a Jewish state in Palestine in 1917. You know, and then the Holocaust happened, and that was used as such a major thing to validate Israel. Oh, I have a great idea. Let's take a bunch of Jews and put them into a land full of people who hate Jews, and then get confused why they hate the Jews.
Weren't they originally, and I'm speaking of the Nazis, weren't they carving out a spot in Africa to put them?
Well, something like Madagascar or whatever. But because Hitler and everybody as far back as the early 1800s until right now, everybody who's worth anything, they're owned and controlled by the Zionists, including Hitler. So Hitler was told by the Zionists to conduct the Holocaust to provide validation for Israel to exist. The Holocaust was just a means to an end for their ultimate want. Like, it was horrible. They threw their own people under the bus. So, anyway, 1936, odorless cornstarch was patented in the U.S. by Ralph W. Kerr. 3 Braves hit twice in an inning, each getting 2 hits. Didn't I just read that?
No.
No, like not before, but like 3 Braves hit twice in an inning, each getting 2 hits. Didn't that just say that right here? They hit twice, each getting 2 hits.
No, that means each Brave hit twice in an inning means they bat around twice, not one, but once or twice.
Yeah.
If you bat around, each player on the team got up.
Okay.
If you bat around twice, each player got up twice.
But then what's the second part? Each getting 2 hits.
And each player got 2 hits, so they didn't make any outs.
I believe you. It's just, it's not clicking. I don't know what's going.
Each player got up twice in 1 inning.
I don't think you're going to get anywhere with this, Dad. Like when it comes to sports, it just,
I guess.
like
Okay. Step 1, you understand. Each player got up twice in 1 inning.
I need a diagram. Like.
Okay. You start a game.
Okay.
First inning, you get first batter's up, second batter's up. They keep getting hits.
Okay.
So they bat around. No outs. They all bat around. Each one got up once. Okay, they keep going. No one's been out. So they bat around again. So each player would have gotten up twice in that inning.
I don't know why I'm not understanding. like legitimately, I'm really trying. Here, I'll join you. I got the edge right on my forehead. I don't know why. It's just like this is legitimately like you talk to me about sports. I'm just like, oh.
If everyone on the team got up twice,
I don't know why you're so
1
trying.
inning.
See, now you know what it feels like to try to teach you about how to operate Discord. It's just not getting in. Oh. Anyway, 37, the Japanese fleet blockaded the Chinese coast. 39, the United Kingdom and Poland formed a military alliance in which the United Kingdom promised to defend Poland in case of invasion by a foreign power. I'm sorry. Oh, that's hilarious. That is so adorable. They didn't do shit.
No, they didn't.
Oh my goodness. And actually, they didn't do shit. Like 1, 2, 3, 1 week. Literally 1 week later, like Germany invaded Poland.
Well, that's how they had to make the alliance because it looked like Germany was going to invade them.
And then they made the alliance, and then what did Germany do?
Well, hopefully to discourage Germany from doing it. Didn't discourage Germany.
No, because
so England didn't come through.
Yeah, because of frickin' Neville Chamberlain, the prototype of Joe Biden. What?
Peace in our time guy?
Yeah, Neville Chamberlain.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The prototype of Joe Biden. Who very much like Chamberlain, who kowtowed to Hitler, Biden kowtowed to Winnie the Pooh. Anyway, 1940 as well, first British night bombing of Germany in Berlin. So now we're attacking them. By the Royal Air Force, of course. Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia were incorporated into the Soviet Union. Mom's time, 1941, British and Soviet troops attacked pro-German Iran. So during World War II, we have the Anglo-Soviet invasion of Iran. The United Kingdom and the Soviet Union jointly staged an invasion of the imperial state of Iran. German troops conquered Novograd and Leningrad. 42, the SS began transporting Jews from Maastricht. 43, 10th NFL Chicago All-Star Game. All-Stars 27, Washington 7, in front of 48,471 attendees. All right, that's still a little unbalanced, but at least both sides have some numbers, you know, rather than a goose egg for one or the other. And All-Stars actually won, so that's interesting. 43, Admiral Lord Louis Mountbatten was appointed Supreme Allied Commander in Southeast Asia, and that must have been before MacArthur, because MacArthur was essentially the Eisenhower of the West.
Yes.
As far as, you know,
He is
authority. So
the Pacific Commander or whatever.
yeah, but before MacArthur, it must have been this guy.
Yeah.
So, which makes me wonder, what the hell is the British doing? You know, I know they're our allies, but
no.
Well, it actually made sense.
This
What do you mean?
hold on.
This is Southeast Asia.
Yeah, I know.
That's the Pacific.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably because, I'm just thinking it's interesting, because in the Pacific theater of World War II, it was mostly us. Like, you know, yeah, there were British and French and Australians, you know, and all that stuff, but it was mostly us. And then you have this British guy being the Supreme Commander. Meanwhile, in England, or not in England, but in Europe, the Supreme Commander was one of us, Eisenhower.
Yeah.
So we kind of traded places until eventually we put in MacArthur, and we just kind of took over the war.
Montgomery, I guess. But
Hopefully, no, Montgomery. Bernard Montgomery was a fucking retard. So, anyway, 1943, German occupiers imposed a 72-hour work week. Yikes. 44, France's 2nd Tank Division under General Leclerc reaches Notre Dame in Paris. Excellent. German commander Dietrich von Clausewitz surrendered Paris to the Free French forces of Philippe Leclerc, disobeying Adolf Hitler's orders to destroy the city. President of the Provisional Government of the French Republic, Charles de Gaulle, gave a famous speech at the Hotel de Ville. So Paris was liberated by the Allies. All right. Right here.
Yep.
Yeah. Here's that. Here, do that. There's that picture. Famous. So. 1945, Jewish immigrants were permitted to leave Mauritius for Palestine, and thus the invasion begins. Here we go. 45 as well, 10 days after World War II ended with Japan announcing its surrender, armed supporters of the Chinese Communist Party killed U.S. intelligence officer John Birch, and this is from other source. I don't know why they put this part in here. Regarded by some of the Stadian right as the first victim of the Cold War. Why are we shoehorning political sides in what they consider into a historical event? That makes no sense.
That's
so ridiculous. 45 as well, the August Revolution ended as Emperor Bao Dai abdicated, ending the Nguyen dynasty. Loon's time. 47, Marion Carl in D-558-1 set a world aircraft speed record of 1,047 kilometers an hour. Not 400. So, but what is that? How many hot dogs per square burger is that? So, let's see, an hour to mph. 650. That's pretty fast. So, and we saw this airplane the other day.
Yeah, we did.
So, I wonder if this is a repeat of that article. 1948, the House Un-American Activities Committee held first ever televised congressional hearing, Confrontation Day, between Whittaker Chambers and Alger Hiss. 1950, Rashomon, a Japanese film directed by Akira Kurosawa and starring Toshiro Mifune and Makiko Kyo, was released, receiving an honorary Academy Award later in 1952 because it was foreign. They don't get an actual one; they get an honorary and everything, which I find totally bullshit. But whatever.
Well, now they have a category for best foreign film.
Well, the whole thing about the Academy Awards and all that stuff—it's all cultist. You know, it's literally object idolization. The Oscars, it's the Golden Bowl. You know, it's literally satanic practices. 1950, U.S. President Harry Truman ordered the Army to take control of the railroads to avert a strike. To avert a threatened strike during the Korean War, President Truman ordered Secretary of the Army Frank Pace to seize control of the nation's railroads. That's some pretty forward thinking right there. 51, Cleveland Indians won 16th consecutive home game. I want to go back to this one really quick because that reminds me. Remember a couple days ago we covered
Which
it.
one are you going back to?
This one that I highlighted.
Okay.
The railroads one.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Maybe we should have a set of glasses for you up here too.
That's just too far away. Glasses wouldn't help. Reading glasses.
Well, I mean,
no, it's fine.
But do you see how it's blue?
Yeah, of course I do.
But no, it's not blue.
Yeah, of course.
So you.
I see which one you're going back to, but I can't read which one it is
Okay.
from here.
But like, remember we were talking yesterday or the day before about, I think it was during World War II, some dock strike happened or whatever. Remember something slightly like that.
I don't remember.
Anyway, 1952, Puerto Rico became a U.S. Commonwealth, and I think they should be a state.
No, I don't.
Why?
I just don't think they should.
Why?
Well, I don't want to go into the whole thing.
Why?
I just disagree.
Well, I mean, you can't disagree and not give me a reason.
Well, I can.
I think they should because they don't have the right to vote in a presidential election, but the president still has domain over them. So that's taxation without representation. That's anti-constitutional. Either be a state or be out of the country entirely.
I think, well...
Like, no more of this colony shit.
I also don't think we should be owning them. I think it should be an independent island over there.
That's what I was saying. Either become a state or become independent.
No, I agree with that.
This
but I don't want
principality...
to become a state. I think you should become independent.
Okay, well then with that I can at least agree with you. But this principality bullshit, this all this vassal state and all this stuff, it needs to stop. I thought we ended all this colonialism with the end of World War II. Anyway, 54. Ivan Filin came third in the Bern Marathon. He entered the stadium first, but turned the wrong way and was overtaken by two other runners. Wow, what a way to blow it. 55. The last Soviet forces left Austria. Okay, has to be World War II or something, and everything. Austria was probably under. Not
in 55.
In 55.
It was under USSR.
Yeah, and we're talking about the Soviet forces.
Yeah.
So that's weird. You'd think that they'd keep their forces there just so that way they can keep the people in line. 1958, Momofuku Ando markets the first package of pre-cooked noodles, chicken ramen. I want to point out that chicken is not spelled chicken. It's so that means that there's no actual chicken involved in this. It's just flavorings and chemicals. So boycott ramen.
We got a whole box of that crap in there, don't we?
No, we threw it away.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, remember I was telling you that the plastic was all weird?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. The world's first publicly marketed instant noodles, chicken ramen, were introduced by Taiwanese Japanese businessman Momofuku Ando. And now there's a s'mores flavor. They're becoming the Asian form of Hot Pockets. Like, remember Jim Gaffigan going on about how now they have a Thanksgiving dinner Hot Pocket and all that stuff? Well, I mean, I'm not kidding. No, I'm not kidding. They
it sounds
s'mores ramen. No, they actually have s'mores ramen, cup noodles.
Wow.
S'mores ramen. I wasn't joking. Like, they are the Eastern form of Hot Pockets. 1960, the AFL began placing players' names on the backs of their jerseys. The American Football League, not the other AFL we spoke about.
Right.
No. We spoke about a government organization named the AFL earlier today. Remember?
The AFL?
Yeah. Hold on a second. AFL.
American Football League is the only thing I know.
Yeah. Well, no. But remember, a couple minutes ago, I read an article, and it was American something, not to be confused with the Football League. It had the same initials.
Oh, okay.
Is what I'm saying. You don't remember that?
I don't remember, but that's okay.
It happened literally 10 minutes ago.
Well, stuff comes fast and furious. I only
very true.
A small portion of it.
Yeah, very true. I couldn't understand anything about baseball, so there we go. So, anyway, 1960, the 17 Summer Olympic Games opened at Stadio Olimpico in Rome, Italy. 61, Brazilian President Jânio Quadros resigned. So President Jânio Quadros of Brazil resigned after just 7 months in power, initiating a political crisis that culminated in a military coup 3 years later in 1964. 1963, Paul McCartney was fined £31 and given a 1-year suspended license for speeding. Now we're in 64. Singapore limited imports from the Netherlands due to Indonesian aggression. That would do it. 1967, Paraguay adopted its constitution. You know, I'm going to look that up here really quick. I'd like to start putting people's constitutions in the underbar, you know, just in case anybody wants to read it for something. So, Paraguay Constitution. So, there we go. 1967 as well, the Beatles went to Bangor, Wales to study transcendental meditation with Maharishi Mahesh Yogi.
Yeah.
Which I would really love it if you started meditating again.
Like, be good for me.
Yes, it would. We also have George Lincoln Rockwell, founder of the Stadium Nazi Party, was assassinated by a former member of his group.
Yes.
Good. 68, New York Yankees outfielder Rocky Colavito pitched 2/3 of an inning and defeated the Tigers 6-5. 6-5. I give up. It's a butterfly. He played right field in the second game and hit a home run. 6-5. There we go. 1968. Now this is no longer in either source. Arthur Ashe became the first black U.S. citizen to win the U.S. Singles Championship. So
nice.
Now didn't we cover somebody before? And I brought up, wasn't it Arthur Ashe? Like we covered somebody
Maybe
before.
a woman.
No. Maybe it might have been a woman. I don't know. But I think there was a black stadium who did this before Arthur Ashe.
Could have been this. They're claiming the first American, U.S.
The first black U.S. citizen, yeah. So
there may have been.
No, I'm talking. They're also a black U.S. citizen.
Oh.
What I'm saying is we covered an article like a month or so ago, and then I brought up wasn't Arthur Ashe the person back then, and I looked it up, and I think we discovered no, he wasn't.
Oh, okay.
So maybe that's why this is no longer on either source.
Okay, yeah.
You know, because they discovered that it was wrong,
yeah,
and they deleted it.
So that's true.
Or he was, and for whatever reason they're trying to rewrite history. 1969, the Detroit Lions defeated the Boston Patriots 22-9 in Montreal, an NFL exhibition game. That is pretty, teeth kicked in right there. Elton John in 1970 made his first U.S. appearance at the Troubadour in West Hollywood, Los Angeles. It's not every day you get visited by two queens of England, 71, leader of the Social Democratic and Labour Party, Gary Fitt, presented several allegations of brutality by the security forces in Northern Ireland to representatives of the United Nations. 73, Zambia adopted a constitution. All right, well, let's take a look at Zambia. Well, it doesn't exist anymore. It looks like. I'm not sure. No.
It may not.
76, Harm Wijnberg became world checkers champion. All right. 76 as well, Yankees defeated the Twins 5-4 in 19 innings. 2 innings short of 3 7-inning stretches. 77, Canadian AHL player Tim Horton posthumously was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. And he also made that restaurant, Tim Hortons.
Oh, okay.
Have you heard of them?
No.
They're like a donut shop or some breakfast.
No, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, Tim Hortons. They've been, I've heard them referred to as the Canadian Waffle House.
Ah, okay.
But I don't think that they're as badass as actual Waffle House. But yeah, they're a donut shop. And apparently they're very beloved in actually no, they're not Waffle House. They're the Canadian Dunkin' Donuts. Okay. That's what I've heard. So anyway, 1977 we got that 178. The MLB baseball umpire staged a one-day strike. Any reason? Like, do you remember that by any chance?
I do not.
Yeah. Let's take a look at this. So, there we go. There we go. Major League umpire strike, 79. All right. So, okay. Umpire strike. Throw that in there if anybody wants to look that up. Let us know in the comments section why they strike. Speaking of comments, do we have anything? No. And no. What else we got here? 78, MLB, we got that 179. The California Angels trounced the Toronto Blue Jays 24-2.
Ooh.
Wow. 79, Somalia adopted a constitution. Well, let's look this one up, see if Somalia has a constitution. Hey! So Zambia, or Zanzibar, or Zimbabwe, who was it? It was
Zambia.
Zambia?
Something like that.
I thought it was Zimbabwe.
No.
Oh, it is Zambia. Okay, you're right. So, Somali Constitution. Throw that in there. Good pull. There's not a lot of countries that start with Z.
No.
But the fact that I know of 3 actually kind of blows my mind.
Zurich. That's a city.
Yeah, in Switzerland.
Yeah.
Well, how do I know that too? How can I not understand baseball, but I know 3 countries that start with Z? What the fuck?
Same reason why you couldn't catch a damn baseball.
Well, except in the face.
Well, in self-defense you could do it, I guess.
In self-defense. Oh yeah, like what was it?
Come at me! Oh my god! Oh, I caught it.
What was it that you threw at me earlier today, and I somehow caught it like perfectly?
Yeah, that little toy grenade.
Oh, the grenade! Yeah, yeah. Like that was like a complete instinct, like a scene out of a movie. I surprised myself. 79, the TV series Heart to Heart, starring Robert Wagner and Stephanie Powers,
yeah, I remember that.
premiered in the U.S. on ABC.
Yeah.
Zimbabwe joined the United Nations. Okay, so now we are talking about Zimbabwe. So there's Zambia, Zimbabwe. Now we got to talk about Zanzibar, and then we'll meander over to Zurich. So, 1980, the last performance of the Jahrhunderting at the Beirut Festival received ovations of 45 minutes. And ovations, is clapping. We all know what a standing ovation is. So standing, okay, ovation. So that's pretty self-explanatory. What is this one here? The Jahrhunderting. It was a production of Richard Wagner's Ring Cycle. Again with this Ring Cycle. Like, I thought we were done with it. Jahrhunderting. And my fingers are having a stroke trying to type that. First performed at the Beirut Festival in 1976. The production was a centennial celebration of both the festival and the first performance of the complete cycle, which took place at the inaugural festival. The production was created by a French team consisting of conductor, yada yada yada. So, alright, that's pretty cool. 1981, Jeff Swartz set a solo record for trampoline bouncing, jumping for 246 hours.
Oh, man.
Which is equivalent to more than 10 consecutive days.
He couldn't have done it non-stop.
Well, I don't know. Like, I don't know what's the semantic for the record at the time. Other source says 266 hours and 9 minutes. So this says this is 20 hours and 9 minutes short of a discrepancy here. Oh. 81, Voyager 2's closest approach to Saturn, 63,000 miles or 100,000 kilometers. Didn't we cover this yesterday? Could have sworn. 83, Triple H Baseball's Louisville Redbirds broke the 1 millionth fan milestone. Alright. U.S. and USSR signed a $10 billion grain pact. That's a lot of money. 84, French airship capsized. How does an airship capsize? What?
That's a good question.
Like, a French airship capsized. Well, it's telling me about this.
Flipped over?
First flight, military operations, final flight. The crew decided to fly her back to Chalet Meudon rather than have her deflated and dismantled. One of the metal propeller blades sheared off its shaft and pierced the envelope. That's not good.
No.
Deflating the bag catastrophically caused the Republic to crash into the ground at high speed. All 4 crew members were killed.
But it's not called a capsize. They got the wrong word in.
Yeah, how do you capsize an airship? I mean, like...
They just got the wrong word in there.
That's weird. So, capsized airship. We'll just throw that in there. If anybody wants to read more about that. And what was that? Don't remember what that was supposed to be. We're not to Linux yet. We might still get to that. I don't even remember what that is supposed to be.
I recognize it.
It's just some land or something. Yeah. Maybe I'll remember. 85, Mets Dwight Gooden became the youngest pitcher to win 20 games in 20 years, 9 months, and 9 days. 85, STS-51I was scrubbed at T-minus 5 minutes because of an onboard computer problem. That would do it. We also have Bar Harbor Airlines Flight 1808 crashed near Auburn Lewiston Municipal Airport in Auburn, Maine, killing all 8 people on board, including peace activist and child actress Samantha Smith. You don't remember who Samantha Smith was? I have no idea. 86, A's Mark McGwire hit his first Major League home run.
Ah, Mark McGwire, okay.
Probably before he was juicing.
Yeah, way before.
Warner Brothers Records released Paul Simon's 7th studio album, Graceland, a blend of pop, African, Zydeco, and rock music. Zydeco, never heard of that. It won the Grammy for Album of the Year in '87 and sold over 16 million copies. What's Zydeco? Have Have you ever heard of that?
No.
I'll look that up here really quick. Zydeco. Okay. Music genre developed in Louisiana. Okay. Created in rural southwest Louisiana by French-speaking black Indians of Creole heritage. Okay. Sounds pretty cool. So, listen here. Zydeco. All right. Moving on up to Ayo's time. Gonna get to my life in right now. Actually, it just hit 6:01. I'm late.
Too late.
1987, Dow Jones Industrial Average reached a record of 2,722.42. Madonna sung in Rotterdam, Netherlands. Whoop-de-doo. 1988, the Challenger Center opened its classroom doors in Houston. This has to be after the event because we've already covered the Challenger explosion, and this was, and that was what, in '86 or something. Challenger.
I don't remember the exact year.
Was I alive? Like, hold on a second. Challenger explosion. Challenger was in '86. I was not alive yet. So, there we go. So yeah, this is almost a couple years after. 88, Iran and Iraq began talks to end their 8-year war. Serious fire destroyed the historic center of Lisbon. It's not good. 1989, after a 12-year, 4 billion mile journey, Voyager 2 flew over the cloud tops of Neptune and its moon Triton, sending back photographs of swamps. Oh, that's what that is.
Oh, okay.
Apparently. Now, that can't be, though.
Doesn't look swampy.
Well, first off, I see
like clouds.
I see straight lines indicating roads. So that can't be it.
No.
But that's the image I got. That's what that is. I looked this up. I'm not a freaking robot. Why do you ask me this? Like, right here? Somewhere here is that image. Unless they removed it. Looks like they removed it. What the hell?
Maybe it's something else.
No, that was it. I remember this. It's gone.
We'll scroll up just a little bit. Right there, right on. What's that? No,
here?
that's just this. Yeah, that's
just a computer-generated image. That's not real.
Ah, okay.
1989, Mayumi Moriyama became Japan's first female cabinet secretary. All right. 89 as well, Pakistan International Airlines Flight 404. Oh wow, that's ironic. Wow.
What?
Well, 404 is internet code for not found. Error 404, website not found.
Oh.
So this is International Air Flight 404, carrying 54 people, disappeared over the Himalayas after takeoff from Gilgit Airport in Pakistan. The aircraft was never found. 404.
That's where it comes from.
That is a good idea. Huh. I wonder if there is a correlation. 1990, United Nations Secretary or Security General UN Security Council authorized military action against Iraq for invading Kuwait. Why couldn't I read? 91, the Cubs, Doug DeSuzgo committed his first career error after 242 games.
Wow.
That's a lot. Jazz trumpeter Miles Davis gave what became his final live performance at the Hollywood Bowl in Los Angeles, California.
That's one of the great ones.
Yeah. Is he still around? No.
I doubt it.
No, it's September 28th, 91, at the age of 65. Pneumonia.
What year again?
91.
Okay.
Miles Davis, right here.
Yeah.
What else do we got here? 91, Linux, here we go, was born when Linus Torvalds sent an email announcing his project to create a new computer operating system. I would love to switch to Linux, but I'm too stupid. Like, it's a command prompt type thing. Like, apparently it's a lot more easy today, but still, like, I don't think I'm smart enough to handle Linux. So I have to be a Windows tard for a while until somebody holds my hand and trains me or something. 91, Norway and Denmark recognize the independence of former USSR Baltic republics. And I wonder if this is connected. White Russia declared its independence. And I think that's Norway.
I have no idea.
White Russia. Because we also have the Belarusian SSR declared its independence.
Well, Norway has been independent a lot longer than that.
No, well, I mean...
Yeah.
No, they fought a war, not for independence, but they fought a war. They were known as White Russia since Was it White Russia? White Russia. Wikipedia. Be referring to White Russia. Historical reference for a territory in the eastern part of present-day Belarus.
Okay.
An archaic literal translation for Belarus.
That is nowhere near Norway.
No, it's not Norway. So, okay, so it was this one.
Okay.
Because the other article I said the Belarusian SSR declared its independence.
Okay.
So that's White Russia right there. Okay. 91, the Battle of Vukovar began, an 87-day siege of Vukovar by the Yugoslav People's Army, the JNA, supported by various Serb paramilitary forces between August and November of 91 during the Croatian War of Independence. Huh. Just doing a quick scan of any comments. No comments yet. What else do we got here? 95. Gloucestershire cricketer Andrew Simons scored 254 against Glamorgan, including a then first-class record of 16 sixes. Cool. 95.
Like
Indian.
Explaining baseball to you.
Yeah. Except I'm as confused as you are. Like it's a equal opportunity confusion type thing, you know. 95. Indians Jose Mesa failed in a save attempt after 38 consecutive saves. 97. Egon Krenz, former East German leader, was convicted for a shoot-to-kill Berlin Wall policy. Yeah, we covered that yesterday, or whatever when it started.
Yeah.
The shoot-to-kill thing. We also have Welsh rock band Stereophonics released their debut studio album, Word Gets Around. And it goes around and around and around to this day. I literally just, added to it. The word's getting around. 2001, singer Alele and 8 others were killed in a plane crash in the Bahamas. Shortly after takeoff from Marsh Harper Airport in the Bahamas. Or the aircraft was overloaded too, so it's probably the cause right there. 2003, the Tashiko Land Claims Agreement was signed between the Tashiko First Nations and the Canadian federal government in Ray Edzo, now called Bekshikagoko. Can't pronounce these things. Alright, I'm going to look this up here really quick. I'm going to do a surface level scratch. We didn't mean to get rid of that, so... Alright. Okay. Why do you keep verifying me that I'm a human? Alright, so let's see here. This is going to be here. So, the agreements. Hold on a second. It's, Tashiko Land Claims Agreements. Let's throw that in here really quick. There we go. Agreements. And then throw this link there really quick. What else do we got here? 2003, NASA, stands for Never a Straight Answer, successfully launched the Spitzer Space Telescope into space. Okay. Let's take a Spitzer Space Telescope.
That's the one they had to go up and fix?
No, that's the Hubble.
Hubble, that's right.
Yeah. So the Spitzer Space Telescope. Is this for baseball? So people can spit better? On each other? Since they like to spit on each other in baseball so dang much for whatever reason, now you can have a space telescope targeting. There he is, from orbit. So anyway, 2004, Cuba defeated Australia 6-2 to win the baseball gold medal at the Athens Olympics. Japan took bronze. The U.S. doesn't even qualify.
Wow.
Their pastime. Wow. I guess we're too busy with work to play baseball anymore. We also have Emmanuel Orrego and Ricardo Santos won Brazil's first gold medal in men's beach volleyball with a 21-16, 21-15 victory over the Spanish pair Javier Bosma and Pablo Herrera. 2004 as well, Gal Friedman became Israel's first Olympic gold medalist when he won the men's Mistral one design windsurfing at the Athens Games. I'm actually going to count this as a Palestinian gold, because they're occupying their land. So, 2004, Greek athlete Fani Chaklia came out of retirement to compete in her home Olympics in Athens and won the 400-meter hurdles gold medal in 52.82. That's awesome. She came out of retirement because the Olympics were being held in her backyard, and then she goes on to get go freaking dude, epic.
Cool. Yeah.
Let me give her a cheer.
Oh, you're gonna do the golf clap? Hold on a second.
I'm not
I have
giving
one
a
for
golf
that as
clap.
well. Where is it?
I heard the golf clap. Yeah.
Somewhere there it is. Huh.
Anyway, 2005, Hurricane Katrina made landfall in Florida. Here we go. So,
Yeah, that was a bad one.
and what's interesting is it's not even on the main source. We go from 2004 to 2006, and this is in 2005. So, which just goes to show, if you ever want really, anything, you got to get more than one source. 2000.
They should have told us the size of that thing. 7 point whatever.
Well, probably later. Well, it wasn't at 7.
No, you don't think so?
Hurricanes only go up to 5.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking about earthquakes then, I guess, or something.
Oh yeah.
Okay, my bad.
You're hurting my brain. Like, earthquakes are in the ground, not in the sky. Although there are theorized to have skyquakes. So, and earthquakes, the top is like, isn't it like 10
Yeah.
for the Richter scale?
Yeah.
Which is antiquated. Now we use the Mercalli and the various other scales. Anyway, 2006, former Ukrainian Prime Minister Pavlo Lazarenko was sentenced to 9 years in federal prison for money laundering, wire fraud, and extortion. Probably all bullshit, trumped-up charges to, bring in what's-his-face. This was the guy who was pro-Russia. So then we were instrumental in the coup that got rid of him and put in Vladimir Zelensky. No. 2006, Hyperion, the world's tallest living tree. Look at this.
Whoa.
It's coming out of the forest. Like, it just blows it all away. It's like Jaegersill or something, A redwood standing at 115.55 meters or 379.1 feet was discovered by naturalists Chris Atkins and Michael Taylor in Redwood National and State Parks, California. And I'm expecting like some major industrialist to just go in there and accidentally chop it down, pay the fine, and get away with it. Because all these rich elitists that don't get taxed their fair share.
Being measured to whatever that's measured.
I think that's the the one in Pennsylvania.
I don't know.
Independence Hall.
I don't know.
Like, hold on a second. Independence Hall. There we go. Right here. Like, does that not look like Independence Hall?
No.
Like, hold on a second. Well, what does it look like to you?
I don't know. Could be downtown Los Angeles City Hall.
Oh, no, it says Ferry Building.
Ferry.
Yeah. It's showing here. Oh, I guess they're using landmarks from around San Francisco because they have Coit Tower right here.
Oh, okay.
As far as a measurement. Then the Ferry Building. You see Berkeley, Campanile, and then Hyperion Redwoods. Ferry Building. Let me look this up. Ferry Building. There it is. Yeah, that's it right there.
Okay.
So that
That's
building.
taller than that.
Oh, vastly.
Way taller.
Like almost twice.
Yeah.
Like, that is nuts.
Yeah.
That is absolutely nuts. Can you imagine that tree, like, is actually way up, it's off screen.
Yeah.
It's that, wow. That's ridiculous. 2007, first women's snow polo world championship took place in Barichele, Argentina. Snow polo, snowlo, women's snowlo, so whoa snowlo. Whoa, if anybody played Age of Empires. 2010, a panic caused by escaped crocodile being smuggled aboard domestic Filair flight led to crash of Let L410 turbojet passenger aircraft near Bandundu Airport, Democratic Republic of the Congo, killing all but one of the 21 passengers and crew. So why smuggle an alligator? What the hell? Or a crocodile? So that's
Smuggling weird crap.
Yeah, they do. So, yeah, dangerous cargo. Yeah. So, 2011, 52 people were killed during an arson attack caused by members of the drug cartel Los Zetas. 2012, 330 people were killed as a result of conflict in the Syrian civil war. And I'm wondering, like, is this in total by that time, or are they talking about in one day? Like, it doesn't really tell me. It just tells me how many people are dead and by what, but not how, like within that time period. I mean,
2012, 85,000 people were displaced by severe floods in Myanmar. Voyager 1 spacecraft became the first spacecraft to enter interstellar space, launched back in 1977. All right. So yeah, now it's all the way out there in the Oort cloud or whatever the heck it is. So 2013, 4 people were killed and 25 were injured after a train derailed in Tabasco, Mexico. So that's how they make the sauce. Soylent Verde El Caliente. You know, Tabasco sauce. So 2017, Category 4 Hurricane Harvey made landfall in Tejas, northeast of Corpus Christi, with 130 mile per hour winds.
Ooh.
Yeah, the strongest hurricane to make landfall in the United States since 2004.
Wow.
And it has to be talking about Katrina.
Could be.
Yeah, because Katrina was horrible.
2005, though.
Are you sure?
Yeah. We just had it.
Oh yeah. Oh, hold on a second. Let me scroll up. 2000. You're right. You are right. All right. I tip my hat to you. For once, you remembered something. I love you, Dad. Anyway, 2017, Indian spiritual leader Gurmeet Ram Raham Singh was convicted of struggle snuggling 2 of his followers in Panchakula. Yikes. 2017, President Donald Trump granted a presidential pardon to Joe Arpaio, who was convicted of contempt of court for radical profiling. Like, trying to, imitate Trump. He was talking with his hands. He's always doing that. Like, doing that and everything. So, we also have Samsung heir Lee Jae-young was jailed for 5 years for corruption in South Korea. Good. Tax the rich. Conflict in Rakhine State between 2016 to present. 170 people were killed in at least 26 separate attacks carried out by the Iraqi Rohingya Salvation Army, leading to the governments of Myanmar and Malaysia designating the group as a terrorist organization. As well he should. 2018, Afghan Islamic State leader Abu Saeed Arahabi and 10 others were killed in an airstrike in the province of Nangarhar, Afghanistan. 2019, Double Dave, this guy here, a rare 2-headed timber rattlesnake was found in Pine Barrens Forest, New Jersey. Well, now I understand why it has 2 heads. New Jersey is just full of filth and vile, disgusting things, like Mike the Situation, whatever the hell his last name was, the Jersey Shore people. Oh, that was,
I don't know any of
oh,
them.
Snooky, snoosh, disgusting.
Never saw it.
You don't need to, neither did I. Also have NASA investigated possibly the first crime in space over astronaut Annie McClain illegally accessing a bank account from space. We covered that yesterday. Tour Championship Men's Golf, East Lake Golf Course. Rory McIlroy of Northern Ireland won by 4 strokes from Xander Schauffele. Biggest winner's prize in golf, $15 million US dollars. So, I screwed up earlier. I was talking about the largest horse purse. I actually meant golf. Sorry. We spoke about that horse racing thing.
Yeah.
And I remembered the biggest winner, but I forgot it was about golf, not in jockeying or anything. 2020, Chicago White Sox pitcher Lucas Giolito no-hit the Pittsburgh Pirates 4-0 at Guaranteed Rate Field in Chicago. That is a terrible name. Guaranteed Rate Field. I mean, how bland and heartless and corporate and, ugh. 2020 as well, England's James Anderson became the first fast bowler to reach 600 wickets in Test cricket as Pakistan batsman Azhar Ali was caught at first slip on the 5th day of the 3rd Test at Southampton. What the hell does that? What? The first slip of the 5th day? Like,
I have no idea.
What? Like, did somebody leave banana peels all over the place? What's happening? The World Health Organization announced that Africa has eradicated polio, defined as 4 years since the last case. 2021, Benny Anderson and Bjorn Ulvaeus musical Mamma Mia, featuring the songs of ABBA, reopened at the Novella Theatre in London's West End after Kung Flu stopped performances back in March of 2020. 2022, California voted to ban the sale of all new gasoline-powered cars by 2035. I voted against that proposition. But I'm pretty sure most people did, and, it's not the vote that counts, but those who count the votes that do. Joseph Stalin, And if he's saying something like that, you should probably pay attention to it. 2024, Arba Dam collapsed after torrential rain in Sudan's northwestern Red Sea state, killing at least 30 people with hundreds missing. Israel and Hezbollah exchanged rocket and drone attacks in an escalation of conflict in southern Lebanon, killing 4 people. Just this time last year, 3 articles to go. Gokiek, a historic Myanmar bridge, was destroyed during fighting between the military junta and anti-coup armed groups who blamed each other for the destruction. Well, I mean, you both are at fault. You know? It takes 2 to tango, it takes 1 to start, but if you're involved, you're partially to blame. No. We also have Haboob dust storm swallowed part of Metro Phoenix, Arizona, creating near zero visibility, followed by severe thunderstorms, causing wind damage and widespread power outages.
Oh, man.
And that's, hold on a second. Hold on. Let me get to the actual, here, this one. Like, look, that's scary. That looks like a scene out of a freaking horror movie. Like, you know, I can hear the sirens. You know, I can see that coming in, going, you know, like, and then the monsters come
That
in.
dust is everywhere.
Yeah. So,
Look at that.
yeah. And last but not least, thousands protested against housing allowances for members of parliament outside parliament buildings in Jakarta, Indonesia. That's kind of like the whole, like, no housing troops thing.
Yeah.
You know, so anyway, that shall conclude the show. Once again, please check the underbar of the description below for any links that you may find interesting. And these links will appear down there in about 5-10 minutes or so after the end of the live stream. What's the code word to let us know that they're still watching until this point in time?
I think we ought to go with dust storm.
Dust storm. Put dust storm in the comment section. Anyway, it is up to you to find the artifacts of our history, but only if each individual reaches out with and for open mindfulness, with a yearn to learn, to see outside what you think you know, to grow and find enlightenment. We have to find common ground with those who see their opinions differently from our own and find a better way to be better to one another. You know, believe it or not, all 37 pages of this document, the past hour and 22 minutes, this all happened on August 25th throughout all these years. It is nuts the amount of history that's out there, man. Absolutely nuts. Anyway, we have other shows. We have a news show every Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific Time. The first Sunday of every month, we have IOYO, I'm okay, you're okay, at 3 p.m. Pacific Time. And this show that you just, enjoyed, we do this every day at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 6 Mountain, 7 Central, and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively. For all of you and all of us, I'm Alexander.
Golden Loon.
And you, viewer, are you. And until you catch us next time, whenever that is, wherever that is, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!